Now from downtown Cleveland and Progressive Field, MLB The Show's Game of the Week is coming your way. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the Cleveland Guardians. And this is the rubber match.
Shape your season, Boog. You always want to come through when you have a chance to win a series. That'll boost confidence amongst the entire organization.
First pitch coming your way next. Just about ready to go. And on the hill today, Max Fried. And Singy, it's unique these days, but he's more of a pitch to contact type of guy.
Yeah, Boogie, he doesn't rely too heavily on the strikeout. He knows he needs to miss barrels, get some soft contact, let the defense do work behind him. And I think a guy like that can keep a good tempo, don't give hitters time to adjust or think. They can move through a ball game, and you look up, they're in line for a quality start. We'll see what he's got in this one.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. And now 3-0.
Third pitch of this ball game, that one right in the zone, but it's called for a ball, man. That's frustrating, but you got to stay focused. Keep making that pitch. You're going to get the strike call.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Now number 6. And that misses. Ball 1. Fried, 31 years old, and he won a Gold Glove in 2022. Foul ball there.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball. It's slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Runner at first with no outs here. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. That's back there. Tattooed and gone. His 4th home run of the season, and they jump out front. It's 2-0.
A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Here's Shohei Ohtani. Hitless in the first 2 games of the series. He's 0 for 8. Foul ball.
It can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes. Even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger, he's not worried if he gets to an 0-2 count.
Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame here in the rubber match of this 3-game series. That one just misses, and it's 1-2.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
Stays alive.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
And Fried gets his 2nd strikeout of the game.
Well, even though he strikes out, he saw a lot of pitches and he battled. Plus, it gave the guys behind him an opportunity to see more from the pitcher. Not the result he wanted, but that's still a good at bat.
Teoscar Hernandez in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. He'll circle the bases It's their second home run of the inning. It's 3-0.
You feel like everything goes slow motion when a breaking ball like that leaves the hand right down the middle of the plate, and it's like the pitcher screaming, "No!" and the hitter saying, "Yes!" and the ball gets tattooed for a big home run.
Now a chance for Kyle Higashioka. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
Well, they're really running up the pitch count in this first inning. Lots of confidence from this team that is perhaps the hottest in baseball right now.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Well, with this many pitches thrown here in this first inning, I mean, you're giving the other team a really good look. He's going to have to find a way to get some weak contact, maybe a swing and miss, get into that dugout and hit the reset button.
One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And 2 away now. Vic Caratini at the plate. Didn't play in the day game yesterday, so he should be fresh for this one. And there's a ball.
Counts 1-0.
This one in the air. Walker should have this one. And puts the squeeze on that one. And that'll do it. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 3-0. Back after this on the show. And we're back. And our pitcher in this game, Shohei Ohtani. What should we keep an eye on here?
Well, he's been a real quality starter for his club. And coming into this one, what stands out for me is that right-handed hitters have really struggled, batting below 200 on the year. It seems that they have a hard time picking up his release point and tracking the ball into the zone. So we'll see how right-handers do against him in this one.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2.
Good zip on that fastball at the bottom of the zone. If he's there all day, it's going to be a tough one for the hitters.
And a pitch. In the dirt. Ball 1.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Now one missed. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Stephen Kwan digs in for the Guardians. And that's in the dirt. And it's 1-0. Up the middle, Betts on the run, throw to first. Nicely done for the out. Here's the Guardians lineup now. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Well, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit. And then when he does come in the zone, you may only get one pitch. You better not miss it.
Next offering way off the plate. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever, if they do at all.
So he's able to reach first base despite the strikeout, and that extends the inning. Kind of a tough turn of events for the defense there.
Yeah, that's maybe a little bit of a morale killer for a second. You think you're about to go hit, but really quickly you have to refocus and be ready for the next play. We'll see if they can work around it.
2 outs. That's too low. And 1-1.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Right through there for a strike. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. No runs. Second inning set to go. And now the center fielder, Tommy Edman. Max Fried will go to work. Just missed. We talk so much about how starting pitchers prepare for their starts. I talked with Max Fried, and one of the things he told me back in 19, he and Lucas Giolito started using MLB The Show to go over scouting reports. Max said he's not sure who actually started at first, but it was 2019, and he and Giolito, who were teammates together in high school in Los Angeles, they had the idea to become more familiar with the opposing lineup using MLB The Show. Pitch misses, and a full count now.
Well, clearly not too happy with the call there. Thought he caught the top of the zone, and you could pretty much read his lips saying, that's not up.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I'll tell you what, he earned that walk.
So a man at first. Here's Kike Hernandez. No hits in the shutout yesterday afternoon. Just missed. Now snap throw to first, and he's back in easily. Edman on at first, nobody out.
Yeah. Ball.
In the dirt, but kept close. Ground ball to the right side. There's one.
Out.
And they get him easily at first. It's a double play.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
So up next, Andy Pajes.
He's been tearing it up at the plate recently. Hits in each of the last 6 games.
Ground ball up the middle. Edwards handles, throws to first, and that is that. Back now at Progressive Field. We head to the bottom of the second. Here's Manny Machado now. Ohtani back to work. Line drive, base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and ripped it into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure strike.
Xavier Edwards in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Well, impressed that he went right after him on that first pitch. That's the key. Try to get ahead in the count, then you can play around a little bit more as the at-bat expands.
0-2 is the count.
Nobody out. Runner at first. That misses. Now 1-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And that one got a piece of him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. And now it's Christian Walker.
Well, in the box, he's seen that movie before. It wasn't a good movie either. He knew how it was going to end right from the beginning.
First offering, and it just misses. No outs. Runners at first and second. And that's outside. And that's ball 2.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
That one's in there. Strike 1.
balls, one strike.
In the dirt. First and second, no outs. Here in the third and final game of the series. Offering is in for a strike.
3-1 count. Saying to himself, I've got to get a fastball here. Just spins a get me over breaking ball to bring the count full.
Remains a full count. And that'll load the bases.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at-bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
Bases loaded, nobody out. And now the catcher comes up to him. Connor Wong. Strike one. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Squeezes it. Runner tags from third. Throw cut off. Now to the plate. Not in time. He's safe at the plate. And now just a 2-run deficit. So in now for Cleveland, Brenton Doyle.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
2 on, 1 out.
Ball. Three balls, no strike.
Squirts away a little bit, but no advance from the runners. Fastball for a strike. Runners at first and second with 1 gone. And they're all loaded up.
He's making things difficult for himself right now out there on the mound, but you know his confidence should still be high enough to get out of this, but he's going to have to buckle down right here.
And now it's Victor Robles up to hit. And that one cutting but missing down low. Edwards at third. Walker over at second. Doyle at first. 1 gone. And that's in for a strike. And it's 1-1. A little out front there as he swings through it.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. I really think the outer half is open.
That one outside. 2-2. That's out to center field. Drops into the glove. Here comes the runner from third. The throw is offline. He's safe. They trail by 1. It's 3-2.
Sometimes all you got to do is your job and don't overcomplicate things. Keep it simple. Runner at third, less than 2 outs. Put the ball in play, and a nice job with the sac fly.
At the plate, Stephen Kwan. And that's fouled off. Ball 1 there. Still in the second, already at 44 pitches, so some concern there. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That's a base hit. Runner at third puts on the brakes. Base is now loaded with 2 away.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
2 outs. Bases full. Jose Altuve, the next to hit. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. Next
That's
pitch
a
is
ball.
downstairs. Bases loaded, 2 down. Bottom half of inning number 2. Late swing, fouled off. One and 2 here. Fights it off. He'll see another. That one just misses.
I think he wanted that call in the upper part of the zone, but just didn't get it. Now he's just trying to get a better feel for how much it missed so he can adjust his sights just a little bit.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2 and 2.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his back down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
Got him! Huge strikeout there. 2 runs in the inning, but they strand 3. We played 2 full. It's the Dodgers 3 and the Guardians 2. Here in Cleveland, new inning getting started. Now here is Mookie Betts. And that's off the outside edge. And that's ball 1.
Betts can claim something not many players can. He's won the World Series playing in the National League and the American League.
The shortstop takes the ball. And that one almost hit him. Swing and a line drive slicing into right field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one away. Now the number 2 hitter. And a base hit up the middle. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Shohei Ohtani up to the dish. His first at bat was a strikeout. Snap throw to first.
When you're taking your lead over there at first, you got to be very careful. This guy on the mound's got a good pickoff move.
Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Man at first, 1 away.
This is one of those situations defensively where you can't try to do too much. You got to make sure that you field the ball cleanly and get 1 out first. It's going to be tough to get 2 with this kind of speed in the batter's box.
Next offering is down low. Runner on the go. Second tag. Out at second.
That goes to show you stealing a base is a tough thing to do and far from a sure thing, even with big-time speed. It's not easy to catch him, but that was a great catch and throw. Quick, not rushed, and accurate.
Two out, space is empty. And it remains 2 and 2. And there's a ball.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
And down on strikes. And good work there as he gets a 1, 2, 3. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Dodgers 3 and the Guardians 2. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far.
Third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
Here comes a pitch. And a strike on the outside corner. And it's 0-1.
You know, these Guardians showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
And look out. That one gets him. The second man he's plunked in this one. And now it's Manny Machado.
You know, Boog, there always seems to be that oh-no moment for the pitcher when he's lost control of his pitch.
Runner takes off. Strike in there. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. And the tying run is now in scoring position. Runner at second, nobody out. Strike two.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
Foul ball, still 0-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Ramirez leads off second with nobody out.
Ball that's outside.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
On the ground, right side. And that one handled. Tosses to first. One gone, bottom of the third inning.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. It's early, but you still want to move the runner up and give your team a chance to score. That's exactly what happened, so you better believe your teammates are happy with you after that at bat.
Edwards in the box now. Takes strike one.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
On the ground to the left. Betts gets it to first. There for the out. Runner scores from third.
So important to really lock in on an at-bat like this. It seems easy with the infield back, but you've got to make sure you put the ball in play. Put it on the ground, brought that run in.
And here's the first baseman, Christian Walker. Worked a walk in his first trip to the plate. In there for strike one.
Ball game is still tied. They can get out of this inning with a tie game.
Outside low. And that's ball one. And he swings through that one.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swings and misses, struck him out. So they scratch across a run on no hits, no errors, and no one left on. 3 innings complete, all tied up at 3 apiece. Back here in Cleveland, on to the 4th, and now Teoscar Hernandez. Fouled off left side.
You know, these Dodgers doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. It's not just the 3 runs they've already scored. On top of that, they forced this starter to throw more pitches than he wanted to at this point of the game.
Got one close, ruled the ball. Going to count 1 and 2.
And that pitch count is impactful because if they can keep making him work hard out there, it may force the bullpen to get involved a little sooner rather than later.
And a swing and a miss. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
Man, I really like the ability to bounce back right there after not getting the call he probably should have gotten. Didn't let it affect his focus, and he came back with another good pitch to get him swinging.
Higashioka batting with 1 down, takes a strike.
1-1. Ball that's upstairs.
One down, base is empty. And that one fouled off. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes.
Well, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. He tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the third out. Dodgers down in order. Still tied 3-3. Welcome back as we take a peek at the starting pitching so far this year. And he deals. Top of the zone for a strike. 0-1. Wong, 28 years old, and he was a third-round pick back in 2017. Fouled off. He was late. On the ground to first, Caratini steps on first for the out. Here's the center fielder, Brenton Doyle. He reached out to walk his first time. Just missed. All right, Singy, you know I'm a dork. Shohei Ohtani, go back to May 5th, 2022 at Fenway Park. He tossed a complete game through 99 pitches. Get this, 81 strikes. It was the most strikes thrown with less than 100 pitches in a game since they started tracking pitch counts.
That's just unreal.
Inside, almost got him. And he walked him on 4 pitches.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
So the Guardians lineup turns over. Here's Victor Robles. Here goes the runner. Pitching for a strike. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. Doyle leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swing and a miss struck him out. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game.
Well, clearly just anxious right there, and understandably so. In an 0-2 count, you feel like you've got a lot of plate to cover, and you don't want to strike out, and you end up striking out. That's just one of those pitches where it's not over the plate, but because you committed to it as it was leaving his hand, by the time you realized it wasn't going to be in the zone, it's too late to hold up your swing.
Brings it in, and that's the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left. We played 4, all tied up at 3 apiece. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Fried back to work. That's outside. 1-0.
Well, Boog, after watching the first inning of this one, you would not have expected that this pitcher would be in such a groove and still in the ball game at this point.
A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1. Outside low, and it's 2-1. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Jacob Junis up and throwing. Holton warming up as well. Fouls one off. 2-2. On the ground right side. He takes it on his own. 1 up, 1 down.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground. Nice ground out.
That one fouled off. 1 out, bases empty.
Ball, that pitch is up.
And a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And down on strikes he goes. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
We're going to take a look at the pitch sequence of that at bat. And the thing to notice are the pitch locations. Every single one of them on the edges of the strike zone. And as a hitter, that can be pretty frustrating because you don't expect a pitcher to be able to make quality pitches one after another like that. And so those are tough spots to do damage, and a great demonstration of pitch command, and it got him a punch out that time.
Pajes batting for the 2nd time, and that's strike 1. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2. So it was bumpy in the early going for the lefty, but he settled into a really nice groove. Missed inside with the curve. Good eye right there. 2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. Next one in the dirt. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's up to 7 strikeouts. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here. So no change in the score. It's 3-3. Back now to start the bottom of the 5th, and taking over on the mound, Kirby Yates.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Altuve in the box now as he leaves that one up high. Next offering is in the dirt.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
Next offering in there for a strike. That's strike 1. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
Big time jam right there. I hate it as a hitter, but standing in center field, you can't help but chuckle a little bit.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Now it's Jose Ramirez. He's 0 for 1. And that misses. And that is ball 1. The Dodgers bullpen with some action. Trevor Stephan looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Swing and a miss. And now it's even 1-1.
1-1.
One down, base is empty. Fought off foul. And he grounds one back up the middle to first, but it pulls him off the bag.
That's a play you expect your shortstop to make pretty much every time. Pretty routine. Hard to tell if he didn't get a great grip on it or the mechanics on him just broke down, but that gives this offense an extra out to work with.
Here's Machado, 1 for 2. Runner on the go. That's in for a strike. And that's a stolen base, not even close. And the go-ahead run is now in scoring position. Ramirez over at second, 1 down. Oh, and 2 now as he swings through it.
0-2 is the count.
Liner snagged it first.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Now it's the shortstop, Xavier Edwards.
Xavier Edwards.
That one lifted to left. Hernandez ranging after it. He's got it, and that will end the inning. 1 left for the Guardians. Score remains tied at 3. And we're back. Top of the 6th inning. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Mookie Betts. Just missed.
Well, you got to give him credit out there on the mound. This outing started off a little shaky, but he's found a way to settle in and turn this into a pretty good start. Kind of shows you a lot about his mental makeup as a pitcher.
2 balls, no strike.
Here's a 2-0. Breaks his bat and pops it up. Hauls it in for the out.
Now batting, number 6.
Now it's the second baseman. He's already homered here in this one. High in the air, out to right. Puts it away for the out. Shohei Ohtani steps to the plate for the Dodgers. This one in the air. Walker moving under it. And that is that. Nothing doing. Back now at Progressive Field. And now the first baseman, Christian Walker. And a swing and a miss. Activity in the bullpen. Evan Phillips preparing to come on if needed. Trinan also getting ready. Swings and chases a low one there.
No balls, 2 strikes.
And that's downstairs. And a count 1-2.
Ball, that's out.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Oh, nothing too fancy on the strikeout pitch right there. Just a low 90s fastball, and I'm not sure he was trying to challenge him, but that's pretty much what happened. Very hittable location, but he found a way to just get it by him.
Stepping up for the Guardians, Connor Wong. Just missed. That misses the zone, and now 2-0. Base is empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a ground ball, and it goes just foul. Next
That's
offering
ball 3.
upstairs.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Up and in, ball 4.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Man at first with 1 gone. And up next for Cleveland, Brenton Doyle. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. Right down to shoot, and the count even at 1.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
That one to first, and it's just foul. That was close. Wong stands at first with 1 out. Line drive, that's a base hit. And they'll have runners at the corners after a 1-out single.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
And the Dodgers will go to the bullpen. Kirby Yates is done, and it's a tie ball game as he heads for the dugout. Back with a new arm after a quick break. So they turn things over to the righty, Trevor Stephan.
And something to be aware of, the long ball has been a little bit of a problem for him this year.
Pinch hitter coming on, Evan Carter.
Big at bat here, so looking for a better matchup with a left-handed bat.
Little chopper rolls foul. First and third, 1 down. Runner on the go. There's the ball. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
Here's what I think the manager's thinking right now. Today, we're not driving the ball. It's hard to get extra base hits. We've got to make something happen to get a runner into scoring position. That stolen base, excellent call. Now, all it takes is perhaps a single to put a run on the board.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
1 down. Runners at second and third. Got him. 2 away.
Well, that was such a great opportunity to grab the lead. You had the infield back. All you've got to do is just put the ball in play on the ground, and you drive across a run. It's a frustrating outcome for the hitter. Now, I'll still have a chance, but it's probably going to take a clutch hit with 2 outs.
And now it's going to be Stephen Kwan. Checks his swing. Now an appeal to third. And yes, he did. He went around. 2 aboard, 2 outs. Swing and a miss. 0-2.
A little anxious, a little aggressive early in the count. Too much for me.
Ground ball right side. It squirts through. Aim to score from third. And it's an RBI single. It's 4-3. Now a dive for the tag, and he gets him. And that'll keep more runs from coming in. Inning over. A run on 2 hits, and they leave 1. We're through 6 full. Guardians 4, and the Dodgers 3. Staying in the game on defense, Evan Carter. He'll be the new right fielder after entering as a pinch hitter.
Number 34.
Well, 1-run game.
Evan Carter.
Teoscar Hernandez steps to the plate for the Dodgers. He's already homered in this game. And that one's a little bit low. And it's 1-0. Manager out of the dugout now, and he will make a move to dip into the Guardians bullpen. Max Fried will give way, and he leaves in a one-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute.
Now pitching for the Guardians. Number 16, Jacob Junis.
In for a strike, and the count 1-1. Cleveland has some action going in their pen. Josh Hader, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Holton getting loose as well. So now 1-2.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
And a slider misses down and away.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Caught him looking for the K. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
And a foul ball. Holding on to a 1-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7. And ball 1. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
And there's another strikeout, and those are just continuing to pile up. His confidence level has got to be dropping. He's got to find a way to make an adjustment, Booth, get back on track. His team needs him.
And here's the first baseman, Victor Caratini. 0 for 2 in this one. Just missed.
Counts 1-0.
And there's a breaking ball that drops in there. Next offering is fouled back. Looking to get the tying run on base. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. And he strikes out the side of the 7th. Dodgers go down quietly. Still down a run. It's 4-3. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Anthony Banda.
He doesn't get a lot of strikeouts compared to other relievers, so he relies on getting that soft contact and the defense doing work behind him. They'll have to be on their toes with him on the bump.
Altuve stands in now and watches strike 1.
There it was. 0-0. Here it is. Hit it. He gets a take. Gets ahead in the count.
He swings and fouls one off. In and a count 1-2. Got him looking as the fastball runs back over the inside corner.
Oh, you know that's got to be very frustrating for this guy. He knows the strike zone extremely well. And you know what? Good hitters are not going to compromise. He'll take that punch out, but ultimately stick with his plan and have more success than anything else.
Here's Jose Ramirez. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Banda, 31 years old, and he was a 10th round pick back in 2012. And that is out of play. And that's outside. 2-1.
Now you get to this part of the order. Yeah, there's some pop there, but more likely there's some base hits. So very important to be patient. Let the pitcher walk you if he will.
And a big swing and a miss.
2-2 the count.
Got him. Ricky Holiday with the call. 2 outs, base is empty. Here comes Manny Machado. 1 for 3. Missed with a changeup, and that's ball 1. 2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom of the 7th. Pulls that one foul. And a ball and 2 strikes. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. And he strikes out the side in the 7th. Nothing to do it for the Guardians there, but they hold on to a 4-3 lead. Back as we have a pinch hitter to lead it off. Freddie Freeman.
And he would be the tying run, Boog, so we may see him try to launch one if he gets a good pitch to handle.
So Cleveland brings on a new reliever, Josh Hader.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
Off the mark there, and that's ball 1.
Nope.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
Freeman hits it in the air. Carter on the move. And there's 1 down. Here's Kike Hernandez. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Trying to hold a 1-run lead, and we're in the top of the 8th. Just missed. And he swings over the top there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Pulled the string on the changeup. And up next for Los Angeles, Andy Pages. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And that turns the lineup over.
Now batting, shortstop.
Here's Mookie Betts now. Not your prototypical leadoff guy. Gets on base, yes, but also some power. Step off, throw to first, and he's back in there.
Right now they're looking for something, hit hard into the gaps, give them an opportunity with 2 outs to score that run from first.
On the ground to third. Fair ball. They stopped the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
A couple of singles back to back. There's something about pulling one down the line and shooting it through the infield that's just so satisfying as a hitter. It's just fun turning on a pitch like he did right there. Really important at bat coming up now.
Here's the second baseman.
Well, I guarantee you, after that last visit from the pitching coach, all he did was remind his pitcher, focus on this hitter and nothing else.
Check swing, went around. Strike 1.
0-1.
Strike two, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Inning over. That's a crucial missed opportunity.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the eighth, Evan Phillips.
Well, he struggled quite a bit, so this is another opportunity to get on the right track. He's given up more than one hit per inning pitch so far this season.
This change for the Dodgers. Now playing center field.
Strike one.
Number 3, Chris Taylor.
And that is cut on and missed. 0-2 now.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
The other way. That's a hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single. Around first and hustling for second. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
Really nice job of two-strike hitting in that at-bat. Not a bad pitch by any means. Down and away, right on the corner of the zone. Just a better swing, Boog. Stayed through it and hit it hard the other way.
Runner in scoring position. No outs. Walker now at the plate. A walk and a pair of strikeouts. That's a little high. Ball one.
1-0.
Runner in scoring position. Nobody out. Here, the bottom half of the eighth inning. And that's downstairs and outside. And that's down and away.
3-0.
No outs. Runner on second. Swing and a miss. And the count's full.
We got full count.
Gets a piece and stays alive. There's a swing and a drive. Taylor raging back towards the wall. And that one is off the top of the wall. The run comes in to score from second, and they lead by 2.
That's 2 consecutive extra base hits for this team. Absolutely blasted that one into the gap, but just didn't have quite enough to clear the wall out there. Maybe a little more elevation under it and it carries over, but that's a swing you'll be happy with every time.
Here's the catcher, Connor Wong. That one finds the zone. 0-1. Walker at second with nobody out. That one out to right. Pajes makes the grab. 1 away. Brenton Doyle digs in for the Guardians. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. And you played behind guys, and they love having your speed out there defensively. One of the things that we talk about is how much pitchers enjoy having those elite defenders behind them. The 1-0. Tap foul at the plate.
Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you
Caratini takes it to the bag. Nice job to recover from the offline throw.
Now batting, right fielder.
So 2 down now, and here is Evan Carter. Just missed. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Swing and a foul straight back. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Man at second. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. Inning over, and it could have been worse. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. Last chance coming up here for the Dodgers. Here in Cleveland, and now the DH, Shohei Ohtani.
Shohei Ohtani.
Hader back to work.
Oh, that insurance run in the bottom of the 8th inning was so good to add on, especially with this power hitter at the plate. If he goes deep, you're still up in the ball game. Really good spot to be in right here.
On the ground, Altuve tosses to first, and they get Ohtani for the out.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change.
Now pitching.
Here comes the closer here in the 9th, Emmanuel Clase.
Save opportunity for him right here, and he's their guy. Time to lock this one down and get out of here with the W.
Hernandez now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. Base is empty, 1 away here in the top of the 9th. Clase, multi-time All-Star. He throws a cutter, a slider. Oh, this one high and deep, way back there.
Having a really nice game here. That's his second extra base hit. He really hammered that one down into the right field corner, and clearly he wasn't just content with the double. Really got going out of the box and hustled his way to turn that into a triple. Now that sets up a huge at bat in this ball game.
1 down, runner at third. Next up, the Dodgers catcher Kyle Higashioka. Popped up to the left into foul ground. He's under it. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And there's 2 away.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
And there's a foul ball. Tying run at the plate. Swing and a foul out of play. This could end it. That one almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
That misses the zone, and it's 2-2.
Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
The tying run at the plate. Inside, almost got him.
Big pitch coming right here. Last thing he wants to do is put the tying run on base, but he can't groove one either.
That one is absolutely belted. That's back there. And that'll do it. The Guardians win the rubber match of this 3-game series.
Well, this was a tightly played game. Got a little of everything. Some timely hitting, runs on the board, key pitching and defense in certain spots. Definitely a fun one to watch.
A 5-3 final score in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by the Game of the Week. I'm John Shambi. We'll talk to you soon.